What's up, guys, and welcome to my review for Cuckoo. This is the new low-budget horror film, just like Longlegs, which made, a lot of money. It made like over $70 million or something like that domestically. I mean, it's a big success, and it only cost less than $10 million to make. Same with this film. This film only cost about $7 million to make, I believe the budget was that I read. So, look, I saw the trailers for this, and I didn't know what to think. It looked really odd, and they don't really give you anything into details of the plot in the trailers. So when you go to see it, you have to discover this whole thing for yourself. And this stars Hunter Schafer as a teen who's moving in with her father and her stepmother, and she meets Dan Stevens' character, who is a business partner of the father's, who invites her to work at a local hotel check-in. So she starts working there, and one thing after another happens that's kind of suspicious, and she's chased. I'll say that. You do see it in the trailers that she's on her bike home one night, and she's chased. She's pursued by this really horrifying figure. So she has to recover and figure out what's going on. And it turns into a detective mystery at one point. And look, this movie I liked more than Longlegs. Longlegs is a film that I loved the performances. I thought it was really well made, but at the same time, I feel like that movie took the cheap way out, especially with the ending. This film, I felt something. This movie has heart, which surprised me. I wasn't expecting this to have an emotional backdrop at all, but it does. And there was a scene towards the end of the movie where, like, okay, I'm actually feeling something here. So that was a surprise to me, a pleasant surprise to me. And the overall story and lore behind it all and what's going on, it's a little convoluted, but they give you enough to where myself, I was like, okay, I got enough information where I get what's going on. I don't understand every nook and cranny of this, but I get enough. You've told me enough that I'm like, okay, I'm in. And I think as a casual audience member, this movie might lose you completely, but at the same time, it's a conversation starter. This movie, I think, is going to open up a lot of conversations, which I think is a good thing. I found myself really engaged into the mystery of the whole thing. And by the time it ended, guess what? I do feel like this had a satisfying ending. I don't feel like Longlegs had a satisfying ending. And I know I'm comparing this to Longlegs a lot, but it's so similar in the fact that it's a low-budget horror film that, look, that movie made so much money, I don't think this movie's going to make half of that because nobody's talking about this movie. Look, I think that this is one of the better films of the year. I think Hunter Schafer is great, very expressive, very emotive, and, when there's things that the character has to deal with that are very physical, very emotional, I think they are pulled off extremely well. And Dan Stevens is playing a total psychopath in this movie, and I loved every second he's on screen. He's talking in this ridiculous accent that I was just like in awe of. I mean, this guy has put out a couple movies this year. I mean, he's put out Abigail, he's put out Godzilla X Kong, and now he's also in this. And he's fantastic. I mean, I really started to discover him back in 2016 when he played the Beast in the live action Beauty and the Beast film, and he really surprised me in that. He did a great job in that. And every time he's popped up since, I loved his performances, becoming one of my favorite actors, and I just hope he gets a nice big role in a movie that a lot of people are going to see that's going to put him on the map. I think that he's a different kind of actor. He should be a superstar, just like Glenn Powell is getting all these roles and he's becoming a superstar. I think Dan Stevens needs to get there, and he's putting in the work. He just needs to get the roles that are going to put him in the stratosphere. Beauty and the Beast couldn't really do that because the whole time he was CGI. He's a beast. That's more of a voice performance than anything. But at the end of the day, Cuckoo is a film that I found myself extremely engaged in. I found it entertaining. I found it heartfelt, and I was into it. And I thought it was a satisfying ending. Like I said, it's a little convoluted. I don't quite understand everything, but I think this is a movie that I'm going to go back and rewatch over and over again. And I'm very excited to pick it up and buy it on Blu-ray when it comes out. This comes from Neon. which is the studio that picked up the distribution rights to Chris Stuckman's film Shelby Oaks. So I'm very excited to see that. I've been watching Chris Stuckman for, I don't know, since he started. I'm very excited to see what he's got in store, and I'm happy that Neon was able to pick up the film. So I think it's going to be able to come out, and we're all going to be able to check that out. But Cuckoo is a 4 out of 5 star film for me. I really enjoyed watching this, and I'm looking forward to seeing it again. If you were a fan of Longlegs, I think you should see this. You might like it more. It's similar. It's weird. Like I said, it could lose you completely because the story is really strange, but it worked for me. And this was a big surprise for me, and I'm happy that I went to see it. So, guys, comment down below. Do you plan on seeing Cuckoo? Leave that down below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Look, I got reviews for Alien and Aliens up on the channel now in preparation of Alien Romulus. Going to be seeing that in less than a week. I'm very excited. Also, guys, you can follow me on Twitter and or X at Ranking72 and Instagram and TikTok at KingOfRises131. That's about it for me. Thank you so much for watching my review for Cuckoo. And until next time, over and out.